Previously on the last Lamia. While the rest of his people saw my ancestors as some prophesized goddesses sent to bring peace and prosperity, the king saw them as a ruse. And from that day forward, she was revered as Queen Nathair, goddess of peace.
Where are we?
I've taken us to Egypt approximately 5,000 years ago.
That's her, right? The queen?
Queen Nathair, first of her name.
You know my name.
I've known your name long before you sat upon your throne. I've witnessed all that you and your family have endured.
We are all destined to die. How do we ensure that when the time comes, the Lamia race continues?
You and your sisters will be blessed with children to carry on your legacy, but certain conditions must be met. Under no circumstances are any Lamias to reveal or subject a human to their hypnotic ability.
You forced your way into my mind and made it submit to your will. You have no idea what that feels like.
I would relinquish this power if I could, because I don't need it to protect me anymore.
The truth of the matter is, you have it.
You must swear on this, on all you hold dear in this world.
I swear it. On my kingdom and my family. I swear it.
Please, I've told you. Wait, please. I did what you asked. I tried to stop him from going. I swear, I even called in a few favors with the police to secure the docks. But he must have slipped past them when the storm hit. I can see you're clearly aware of that. I know I failed you, but there's always the possibility that he perished in the storm. No one could have navigated through that, especially in such a small boat. I understand your anger. Allow me to make it right. I can send some men to scope out the island. If he's there, we'll find him. No, please. I'll do anything. Give you anything you want. Thank you. You won't regret this. And I swear, I won't breathe a word of this to anyone. Not a single... What is this? I can't breathe. Are you doing this? What are you?
Egypt. Again. Why exactly did you drag me back here?
Now seemed like a perfect time to resume our earlier conversation. And I think you'll find tonight's show quite relevant. We returned to Queen Nathair's palace 20 years later. Nathair gave birth to and raised 3 daughters. Her eldest, Engracia, is a strong-willed, intelligent young lady on the fast track to becoming a fine heir to the throne. Fedorna, the youngest princess, at barely a year old, is a gentle soul, cared for by her mother every day since her birth, and would be for many more months to come. Lastly is Ciara, a troublesome middle child, a wayward soul of sorts, struggling to find her place in the world. All 3 were growing up so fast, and the queen knew not of what the coming years would bring, what her children would become, or rather, what would become of her children.
Have you seen my sister come through this way?
No, my lady. I believe the Princess Fedorna is with Her Majesty.
I meant the other sister, Captain.
I'm afraid not, my lady.
She hasn't been spotted anywhere. Thank you. I'll leave you to carry on your duties.
Would you care for some assistance in your search, my lady?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure I will find her somewhere, though the offer is much appreciated.
As you wish, my lady.
Took you long enough. I thought I might run out of grapes by the time you walked through that door.
I've been looking all over the palace for you.
You should know by now that I can only be found when I want to be.
Perhaps I simply wasn't looking in the right places.
You never once beat me at hide and seek when we were children. Face it, I'm simply too clever for my big sister.
Are you now?
Is it a crime to stroll about the kingdom at dawn?
Is it a crime to at least tell your sister when you are leaving?
It should be. It's a waste of time if you ask me.
When will you learn that your problems don't magically disappear by running away from them? I wish you'd confide in me more, then perhaps you wouldn't feel like such an outcast.
Oh yes, as usual, it's my fault. Has it ever occurred to you that I prefer to be closed off? I still don't know why you bothered trying after all these years.
I don't believe in giving up, and deep down I know you feel the same way. I'm the only one you speak more than 2 words to, and yet you insist on keeping me at arm's length. So why do you push me away?
Oh, would you stop psychoanalyzing things for once? Not everything can be solved by the golden child.
Oh no. Don't tell me this is about that boy again.
His name is Jorah.
Ciara, you promised. Is this where you go every day now? To watch a human boy?
So what if I do? I'm not hurting anyone. I just slither into town and watch. And follow him wherever he goes.
If Mother finds out, you won't be able to get within sight of that boy. Have you revealed yourself to him? I'm not playing around, Ciara. Does he know?
No, he doesn't. I'm too afraid that he won't see me for who I truly am, okay?
Well, that's good, I suppose.
Good? I can't be with my destined one, let alone speak to him, and that's a good thing in your eyes?
You know as well as I do that we cannot allow the humans to discover our secret. They can never know the power we wield.
What's so wrong with our power? We didn't ask for it. No one can blame us for being born with it. I wager the humans would praise us for a millennia if they knew what we're capable of.
You clearly haven't been around them long enough to know how narrow-minded they can be. Humans aren't ready to learn of us completely.
You say that, but I can see in your eyes that you can't accept it either. What you really desire is a big, strong man in your bedchambers, at your every beck and call. A god, perhaps?
I told you to stop mind-reading. It's an invasion of privacy, and if Mother...
Mother this, mother that. Relax, she won't find out. Besides, the only one I primarily use it on is my sweet Jorah.
You should leave his mind alone. You're only making things worse for yourself.
If I'm not allowed to speak to him, how else am I to learn about who he is?
You two live separate lives, and that is the way it must stay. Any relationship between a human and a Lamia is too dangerous.
Now how can we know that for sure if we've never given it a fair shot?
I'm warning you, Ciara. No games, no tricks, and no more sneaking out. However, seeing as I can't trust you, I've taken the liberty of assigning guards to stand watch at your door until you've learned your lesson.
My. You are stepping up your tactics, sister. But calm now. Do you honestly think 2 grown humans can keep me locked up forever? You underestimate me.
No. You underestimate them. Think about what I've said. It's not too late to make a change.
Oh, dear sister. I couldn't agree more. There you are. You are a lot more handsome up close. I've wanted to do this for so long. The time has finally come. No one can stand in my way now. Not even the light can take this away from me. A shame the only one who will bear witness to history in the making is fast asleep, and none the wiser. Now, Jorah, open your eyes and embrace your destiny.
Good morning, my child. Did you sleep well?
Mother! Good morning. Forgive me, but you're almost never awake at this hour.
'Tis true. Ever since Faye was born, I've spent many a sleepless night caring for her. I haven't basked in the glow of a sunrise such as this in nearly a year.
You of all people deserve to take a breath and relax once in a while. However, I know it is not my place, but do you feel this personal responsibility has anything to do with Ciara?
Whatever do you mean?
I understand a mother's duties are essential, but your responsibilities as queen are just as crucial. Your recent endeavours to take care of Faye from dawn to dusk, day after day, perhaps paint you in an unsavoury light. Your actions as a mother may show that you no longer wish to be queen, that this kingdom and your responsibility are inconsequential.
I never intended to inspire doubt, especially in my own daughter. I have placed much of my faith in you, and you have never let me down. From the moment I gave birth to Fedorna, you have been there to pick up the pieces and help lead this kingdom. You are even rumored to be the Princess of Peace among the villagers, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't grooming you for leadership. You are my successor, and this year has proven it.
Mother, I don't know what to say. I'm truly touched by your kind words. I never knew you had that much faith in me.
I have always believed in you, since the moment I first held you in my arms. Now you are all grown up, and the time has come for you to take the next step in your journey. Will you, Engracia Nathair, assume the throne and lead this kingdom into the...
Your Grace, my sincerest apologies for the intrusion, but there is an issue that demands your attention.
Whatever the situation, it can be dealt with after our conversation has concluded.
It's the villagers, Your Grace. They have stormed the gates. They demand an audience, or they'll kill every soldier in sight to get to you.
What?
Oh no.
Have you any other information that could help shed some light on this?
I do. However, Her Majesty may wish to sit down before I speak the words.
What have you done? Are you the cause of all this, sister?
Engra! Jorah was mine! His will was in the palm of my hand. He could have been mine forever, if we hadn't been so rudely interrupted.
You didn't.
I was so close. Closer than ever before. But his troublesome father just had to burst into the room. I slithered off in fright. I didn't know what else to do.
This is exactly what I wanted to prevent. Now the humans have started an uprising. They know our secret and they'll tear down this palace brick by brick to get to us.
I know, but I longed for him. I needed to own him. What would you have done? What would you have done to quench this thirst, sister?
My people, there is no need for such hostility.
Heathen! I speak for all the people of Egypt when I say your salacious tongue will pervert our minds no longer.
Whatever you have been led to believe is not true. I assure you, my family and I mean you no harm. I have tried my very best to help this kingdom prosper, after you were so kind enough to let us coexist with you.
More lies! Your power is known. Your ability to enslave us to your will. Who's to say we didn't allow you to assume the throne because you manipulated our minds to do so?
Your actions are governed by fear. We want nothing but peace. After all, we rescued you from the tyrant who sought to truly enslave you all and work you till your fingers bled.
Given the choice, I would have preferred him to a two-faced usurper such as you. At least he didn't subjugate my people to praise you and your insidious race.
Now you overstep, sir. Threaten me all you like, but I will not allow you to slander my family's name. They had nothing to do with this.
Oh, I beg to disagree. It was your fiendish spawn who broke into my home and ripped my son's soul apart. When I awoke this morning, I saw her slither out my window, and my poor Jorah lay motionless on his bed.
You must be mistaken. All three of my daughters were fast asleep in their beds all night.
You think I would rouse my village from their slumber and storm your palace of pride without knowing one of your despicable daughters were responsible? When I found Jorah, he kept chanting the name of Princess Ciara, repeating it over and over and over again as if nothing else existed in this world. But when I attempted to snap my son out of his stupor, he unsheathed a blade from underneath the covers and stabbed himself repeatedly. By the time I snatched the dagger from his hand, he had already passed on. My only boy. He of kind heart and strong will didn't deserve to die in such a way.
I am so sorry.
I don't seek your condolences. I will mourn my son for the rest of my life. But today, I will make sure the ones responsible will pay for his life in blood.
Your anger and grieving is justified. But this doesn't have to end in more bloodshed.
I believe it does. You brought this on yourself, Your Majesty. Justice demands balance, after all.
Sir, please. You're being irrational.
Is it irrational to think you committed the same atrocities on our former ruler? Admit it! You hypnotized our king and forced him to take his own life. It also stands to reason that you came to our village to rule over us like a herd of sheep and use us as you saw fit. What's next? Are you going to slay me as well and command your subjects to forget everything they've witnessed here today? Nothing you say will sway our decision. Either we kill you, or eventually you'll kill us. I'll be damned if I let one more innocent child die at the hands of your devil's magic. It's over for you, Your Grace. The truth is revealed. Nothing can protect them now. Kill them! Kill them all! Leave not a single one alive. In the name of our children, our people, our future! Kill the Lamias! And any who defend them!
It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Where are the guards? They must have all regrouped at the entrance to stop the mob. But it sounds like they've broken through.
He's dead. Jorah's dead now and they're coming for me. Oh goddess, what have I done?
We aren't going to die. I can get us to safety, but only if you do as I say and pick yourself up.
What makes you so sure? I can hear their screams echoing off every wall.
Our only chance is to head for the secret tunnel. With any luck, everyone else will meet us there.
Princess, are you alright?
Terra! I mean, Captain Terai. We're fine.
We must get the two of you to the tunnel. The young princess is already there, and my best men are escorting the queen.
Excellent. Lead the way.
It's a good thing I found you when I did. The villagers have stormed the gate, attacking my men with a ferocity I've never seen before. And the fact that your mother couldn't talk them down, there's no telling what they'll do.
Have there been any casualties?
My men took the brunt of the attack. Those posted at the entrance succumbed to the sheer force of numbers, and the remaining soldiers are spread thin.
And what of our family?
We tried our best to keep them safe, but with very few of the royal guard remaining, there was nothing else to protect them.
You mean?
It was horrible. I saw good people tear them to shreds, men and women alike, like they weren't human anymore. I don't know what could have caused all this.
It's true. Everything the light foretold. It was me all along.
Stop saying that. How much further, Captain?
Not much further. Quickly, in here.
Engra, you have to leave me behind. I'm who they're really after. If I give myself up to them, it'll give you a chance to escape.
Out of the question. There's no way I'm leaving this palace without you.
Would you put aside your foolish pride for once? You have a better chance of making it to the tunnel if I stay and you know it. You've protected me long enough. It's time that I return the favor.
Forget it. I'm your older sister. I will always protect you. We stay together. As long as we do that, nothing will ever separate us. Besides, with the captain on our side, we'll be out of here in no time. Why, Terra?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. But I've lost enough good people today. I won't let any more be slaughtered protecting you, cretins.
But I loved...
The thought of loving a monster like you churns my stomach. Now you'll join the rest of your kind. In hell where you belong. As for you, I think it's time you paid for all the bloodshed you've caused.
My queen, the village mob is progressing further into the palace. We must make haste and escape the capital.
Not until my daughters have arrived. Are you able to locate them?
In all this chaos, my powers are dulled and limited. I cannot say with certainty whether they have survived.
Ciara, thank the heavens you're safe.
Mother, it was horrible. Captain Torai, he turned against us. I barely made it past him after he cut me with his spear.
The important thing is that you are alright. Now all we need is Engracia and we will make a hasty escape. Did you manage to find your sister?
I'm sorry, Mother. Engra and I... We were making our way to the tunnel, but then the captain's betrayal caught us off guard. And I only managed to evade him after he took Ingra's life. I'm so sorry.
Goddess. No. No. Tell me. She isn't really.
There was nothing I could do.
This is most unfortunate. Princess Engracia was next in line to assume the throne. I suppose in light of this coup d'etat, the throne is beyond our concern. However, as harsh as this may sound, we must fall back, my queen. We have saved as many as we could. Now we must turn away and press onward.
Very well. Sisters, help my daughter with her arm. We shall not let the fallen sacrifice be for naught. We will live on, far away from these savages, and pray we never see their likes again.
And so, they escaped through the tunnel, just close enough to see the bodies mounted on pikes, which disgracefully scarred the outside of the palace. It was a warning, a formal notice of exile and hatred for Lamias, and their final split from humanity.
Oh God. Starting to see why Amali hates humans so much.
The tribe, or what was left of it, spent several generations on the move, never staying in one location for long. They eventually settled down on the remote island of Monariki, long before the Fiji Islands were founded. The Lamias acclimatized well to this island, and began a new life, beyond humanity's reach, a safe haven to live out their lives in peace.
And what of Ciara?
Ciara's actions were exactly as my prophecy foretold, and no matter how regretful she was, the princess would have to face judgment for all the lives that were taken.
Mother, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I know nothing I say can erase what I did. But you have to know that I didn't mean for any of this.
Do you know what you have done? Have you ever stopped to think about all the lives that could have been spared? Have you prayed for all of the unfortunate souls that fell victim to your lust for power?
I didn't do it for power. I wanted to know what it felt like to fall in love, so I made it happen. Was that so wrong?
Love does not manifest through sheer force. Do you think I loved you, Faye and Engra, because the light told me to? Love that cannot be shared is no love at all.
I don't need a lecture, Mother. I'm trying to apologize for my mistake. Why won't you let me?
You are not remorseful, no matter what excuse you utter. It only proves that your selfish depravity is beyond redemption. Even after everything we've endured, you still learned nothing. You would take my forgiveness and flee from your guilt with it.
Mother.
Because of what you have done, everyone we have ever held dear is gone from this world. Engracia, your own sister, tried to help you.
What else do you want me to say? What can I possibly say to show you my sincerity?
Nothing. Words cannot fix what you have destroyed. They cannot bring back our dead. The only hope for you is to repent and accept the consequences.
What consequences?
The light no longer exists on its own. It is bonded with my soul. Its power flows through me now. I swore the 3 vows on behalf of my family, and my daughter broke perhaps the most sacred of these vows. Chaos and death fell upon us just as it was foretold. And now, the only way the light and myself can carry out our duty is by bringing balance back into the fold.
No, you don't mean...
Silence! This cannot go unpunished. I must ensure that what you have done will never happen again. From this moment on, I strip you of your title and remove you from the line of succession. Only the Lamia who carries the light can lead our people. And for now, it will be me. Your sister Faye will accept the honor when she comes of age.
What? Faye? She's just a child. I'm your eldest daughter now.
You lost your right when you poisoned that boy's mind. You are part of this family, but by blood only. You will be granted one child and one only. When the time is right, they will be given an equal opportunity to lead as a Natharian, just as Faye's children will.
Mother, please, I'm sorry. Don't do this.
It is already done. Ciara the Ignoble, you've received my punishment. But now it is time you faced a higher judgment.
No. Stop. Stop it, please. Stop.
Oh my god. What's happening to her?
A curse is being carved into her soul.
And what about Nazra? She was content doing this to her own daughter.
As a mother, she was hesitant, of course, but as a leader, Nazara knew without a doubt that the horrible atrocities that unfolded had to be answered for, and Ciara's atonement could not go unabided. I removed her hypnotic power and disrupted her telepathic ability. I ensured that my alterations would be an effective punishment for her, and that she'd eventually come to realize the full gravity of her transgressions. The Queen put the blame on herself for an act she did not commit. On top of that, she insisted on carrying out the punishment herself, stating, "My daughter, my burden to bear." She was doing what any mother would, taking responsibility for her children.
Wait, I've seen something like that before.
A similar insignia to what's on that journal you found. Each point of the star represents the unification of humanity, Lamia, light, and darkness. Together, they form a diamond, the symbol for balance. Ciara had sought to corrupt the balance Nazara and her people had fought so hard for. Hers is a dark, twisted inverse of the original, an emblem of shame. 3 points of the symbol turned inward, as if against one another, while the fourth, the diamond, at the center. It's meant to represent the point of darkness consuming the soul. And by all accounts, that's precisely what became of her.
Darkness? Don't you think that's going a bit too far?
Perhaps you're right. After a millennia on this earth, my heart has softened in a way I never expected. I did what I thought was right to protect as many lives as possible. Yet sometimes, our split-second decisions turn out to be the wrong ones.
I know where you're going with this. No use being coy about it.
All I ask is that you try to see the situation from a different point of view. Your mind has been in conflict for a long time, even before you arrived on this island. After what happened to Lonnie and the others, you blame yourself, worrying day after day over what you could have done differently. Now life's handing you a second chance, a chance to live the life you deserve, but the path towards it doesn't come without its fair share of challenges. You've proven yourself time and again, but this is the defining moment. For your future and yourself, you can either rise above your mistakes, or let them consume you.
I don't know. Every time I look back, it's like the weight of the loss just keeps building, becoming more and more unbearable. How do you defeat something that will always be a part of you?
Let me put it to you another way, and you tell me if it doesn't apply. When you placed your hand on that tree, what did you feel after you closed your eyes?
Life.
And when Amali touched it?
Her.
How can you be sure?
If I had to navigate through a sea of strangers blindfolded, I'd know which one is Amali Nathair. I just know it in my heart.
Then let me ask you this. Isn't that enough?
That's far enough. I can't permit you to go any further. You again. Haven't you tormented me enough? Clearly not. I know why you've returned. And I simply can't allow you to make such a horrible mistake. Nothing you can say or do will change my mind. My curse has caused nothing but pain and misery. And it's my choice to be rid of it. Don't be so naive. You'd be a fool to give up this power. It defines us, empowers us, and above all else, makes us superior. If you mean the humans, then you're wrong. If anything, this power makes us lesser. We're I'm nothing but a monster. And maybe I deserve it. You are a god compared to them. Don't you see that it's pointless to deny your true nature? You possess this ability for a reason. Why do you run away from who you are deep down inside? If this defines me, then I want nothing to do with it. Nothing good has ever come of this. So I'm ending it. Once and for all. Not a chance. This childish attempt at erasing your past is but a fleeting weakness. You and I both know you would never part with something so precious. There's no going back on what I've done. But I can control what happens from this point on. And what kind of future do you hope to have without the protection this provides? A bright one. Because I have something better. So that's it then. You'd really give it up to hold on to this foolish notion of love. He is nothing. A fleeting breath in the wind. Is that who you want to surrender your powers for? Without a doubt. Every time. A future with him is worth any sacrifice. You've manipulated me for the last time. Now get out of my way. I hope you know what you're doing. Amali Nathair. Mother, if you can hear me, if your soul is indeed residing inside this stone, I need your guidance. For years now, I have squandered your memory and nearly become a beast in foolish quest for vengeance. However, someone has come along and allowed me to see what I was becoming. Had it not been for him and his determination, I would be a shell of the daughter you raised. For the first time since your death, I'm not alone. But now all that could change. My decisions have split us apart, and I fear he may leave and never return. Our time together has been the happiest days of my life. I love him. I won't deny it. I love him with all my heart. What I ask of you now has only been done once before. Take it. Take away this ability. Please. I feel like my heart is splitting in two. Help me, please. Just take it all away. Drain every ounce of this wretched curse.
What a pity. You possess power mere mortals can only dream of, and your wish is to be rid of it. Are you sure? It really comes in handy.
Who are you?
And for what? Something as fragile as love. How misguided.
What are you doing on my island?
Does it matter?
Seeing as you're clearly a soldier, I'd say it matters a great deal. Now answer. You've come for me then. Are you going to kill me? Is that it?
I have no interest in you. I'm here for something infinitely more valuable.
How did you...
But don't worry. You still have a part to play, whether you want to or not.